2v2 Calderis Refinery blue team. Storm of Steel plays an Ork Warboss, fights melee, walks through cover. There you go. Keeps his boys in line with damage, support and disruption. Storm of Iron alongside playing a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, fights melee. This is Wordbearer's DLC recolored. Tyger plays a Chaos Sorcerer. This is also Wordbearer's DLC recolored. Offensive and disruptive commander, has a bunch of spells, makes him quite energy intensive. Can do a lot with them though. And Cursed rounds out red as a very green and very stompy Hive Tyrant. Very durable, walks through cover, cannot be suppressed, fights melee to start off. Good offense and support. Emits a basic synapse, and look at this. Triple Heretics from Tyger and triple Hormigaunt Brood from Cursed. This is going to be mental early on. Storm of Steel going for double shooters, and Storm of Iron for Chaos Space Marines. Traditional opening for blue team, very non-traditional opening for red team then. Here comes that Hive Tyrant. It looks like blue team are gravitating towards the east side to double Cursed Tyranids. Is he going to stay in this engagement? Looks like he is prepared to. Here comes the Warboss. Expect one of his stomps. That wasn't a stomp, that was a special attack. Hormigaunt's moving in. Here is the stomp. And Shooter Boy's getting way too close there. Here come Heretics, which will Doom Blast and really ruin his Hormigaunt's day. One squad retreats, the other squad gets away. Does it? Yes. Really well judged by Cursed. Special attack on the Heretics, knocks them all back. 360 special attack the Hive Tyrant has. Sluggers will get away, I think. Yes. Now the Hive Tyrant turns and engages the Warboss, CSM, Chaos Lord and Heretics, but makes it out alive. Does he? Here comes the Warboss, does a special attack. Might have taken him out if that was a normal attack. Hormigaunt Brood are going to be sneaky and try and decap this wreck point. Tyger meanwhile capped up the west side. And Storm of Iron has Havocs on the way, as you'd expect against triple Hormigaunt Brood. Don't think they know what Tyger has. And we see triple Heretic Worship for Tzeentch, which will infiltrate all this stuff. I think he's going to wait for Cursed, yes, as you can see in chat. And Cursed getting Rending Talons. And we'll probably get extended carapace too. 500, 440, a 2-to-1 for blue. They have this natural on the east. Reds have a natural on the west. Orks now pushing up the west side. We have a knob leader for these shooter boys, adding to their DPS and durability. Warboss getting very, very angry with this power node. Shooter boys helping him out, deciding not to decap, but here comes red team. Are going to double the Warboss here, I think. And we have Cyborg Implants. Very nice choice versus all of this melee. And he's going to try and get the big stomp on these Heretics. There it is. And dodged by a Tyger. Nicely done. And you see all of these Orks having to retreat because of that. Well, partly because of that. I'm sure these Hormigauns had something to do with it. But that small passage of play, dodging the stomp, completely changes the engagement. Havoc's set up facing the west. All of this stuff is going to run into them. Looters on the way for steel. Hive Tyrant does have extended carapace and will charge that Havoc now. There we see it. And the Heretics have grenade launchers. Look at this swarm though from red. Havoc's in big trouble, not retreating. There is Seismic Roar. And Havoc's in big trouble now. Hormigaunt's on them. Looks like they might get away. There's another leap. And they do get away. Hormigauns don't have adrenal glands yet. They might have finished them off if they did. Hive Tyrant in a bit of trouble. Chaos Lord uses Kill the Weak just on the Hive Tyrant. That was a mistake because here come two Hormigaunt Broods. 2-to-1 cap. Meanwhile, Ork Warboss in melee with a whole bunch of Heretics with double shooter support. Both have their knob leaders, and the looters got off a burst which suppressed all of these Heretics, and they are forced off. Triple aspiring champions for these guys. That's some serious melee from red team. Noise Marines now on the way for Tyger. Let's try and shut down these shooters. 500, 360, a 2-to-1 for blue steel. Hormagaunts trying to bash power but forced off. Tier 2 for Cursed, a very quick tier 2. What is that, 4 or 5 minutes? For a Tyranid player to go tier 2 that quickly, I'm sure he wants to get a Warrior Brood out with Adrenal Glands as soon as he can to give those triple Hormagaunts melee synapse. Might go straight for Zone Throats. Blue team starting to take over the map here. Here come those heretics. They have heretics paid for that weren't reinforced because Tyger moved them out of base a bit too quickly. Now getting their power bashed, and this is why he moved them out of base, because he wants to defend his power. Blue team being quite aggressive on the east side thanks to Iron, who has pushed these Havocs up here. Setup team that suppress with a heavy bolter, who are not firing. Now they start firing. Very good at suppressing even for a setup team. Suppress very quickly from long range, and his Hormagaunts in all sorts of trouble. Hive Tyrant is still here and charges but gets stuck on terrain. Takes out a heretic and levels 2-2. Best Lord now has a whole bunch of Hormagaunts to deal with, and this is a Warrior Brood drop surely. Yes, which will reinforce all of those Hormagaunts. The Warrior Brood drop and the Ravener Brood drop do that for you. And we have a Zone Thrope on the field as well. Artillery unit for Tyranids. Doesn't need to set up. Also emits a health regeneration aura. Not quite as much damage as other artillery units that do need to set up, but still a very nice unit, especially since it doesn't do friendly fire, since it's a psychic attack. The Zone Thrope will psychically know not to damage allies, I suppose. Hive Tyrant going after these double grenade launcher heretics. And Seismic Roar catches them in retreat with Hormagaunts. But here come Orks, and these sluggers have a Knob Leader, and that is dangerous. We do have melee synapse though, so these Hormagaunts have a lot of health. But they are forced to retreat. Don't think the Hormagaunts themselves have Adrenal Glands yet, they don't. Zone Thrope is backing base. Blood Crusher on the field for Tyger, a demon with vehicle armor, benefits greatly from worship with health and energy regeneration. Pretty decent damage versus all targets and quite quick, but not the toughest, so does need that worship support. Triple heretics forced off, and the Sorcerer taken out by that Slugger Knob, I think, who is pretty vicious. We have Mark of Khorne CSM for Iron, turns them into a pretty nasty melee unit themselves. Here is the Blood Crusher now. Hard Boys put on the Warboss so he can tank it. That's a global buff of his, and he's now getting the power claw. This Blood Crusher's in trouble. Devastating weapon versus all targets, and the Blood Crusher losing health like crazy. He uses his charge but gets stuck. Can he get away? Weird Boy in the retreat path trying to block it. Well, not retreat path, escape path more like. And Blood Crusher, I don't think he's going to make it. We do have Heretic Worship. Will it save it? You see those Melter Pistols by the Mark of Khorne aspiring champion finishing off that Blood Crusher. Weird Boy is a sub-commander for Orks. Very nice at dealing with blobs of infantry, which is exactly what the red team have. That excellent artillery attack he has. Here come triple Hormagaunts under melee synapse. Do they have Adrenal Glands themselves? They do not. Cursed instead going for double zones. Orks choosing to retreat, not wanting to deal with that stuff. But a charge from the Hive Tyrant might see Seismic Roar, there it is. But all of the Orks survive squad wise, I think, yes. Storm of Iron, Bloodletters, blue Bloodletters to counter the Zone Thropes, I imagine. Might get double Bloodletters. War Truck on the way for Steel. Tyger lost his Noise Marines. did he even get the Noise Marines? I'm not sure. Did not see them at all. Does have a Chaos Dreadnought now though. Walker vehicle for Chaos. Starts off with an autocannon, small AoE and decent damage to all targets. Also has that close combat claw as well. Can get a mark. And we have a brood nest put down by Cursed. Very nice global ability for the Hive Tyrant, allowing all of this stuff to reinforce. And it's a 2-to-1 for red, 455, 169. Can blue push back? Havocs don't want to stay there. Yes, retreat, there we go. No way they can hold against all of that stuff. War truck on the field for steel. Support vehicle for Orks, allows them to reinforce. Excellent play by Tyger, using mass teleport to finish off this weird boy surely. Yes, and he explodes when he dies, of course. All of the Orks running hell away. Autocannon getting shots off on those sluggers, they don't like it. Here come the mass of Tyranids with Zone Throat support. Very, very dangerous combo. Iron might want another Havoc squad. Very, very nice kill of the week from the Chaos Lord, using it to get away. Where are the Bloodletters? They are waiting behind this rock. Mark of Corner CSM have their aspiring champion. Don't seem to have a turn of war yet though. 429, 169. It's important not to upgrade units just for the sake of it. Storm of Iron quite rightly using his resources to get Bloodletters out to try and counter these Zone Throats instead. Here comes the War Truck to support this power defense, and Bombgons all retreating. A bit overeager there perhaps. Cursed could have kept his units in play if he was a bit more reserved. Tyger meanwhile capping up the west side is now coming mid to reinforce. 417, 169. Bloodletters teleporting in after those Zone Throats but cannot get them. Instant retreat from Cursed, and now the War Truck is blocking their path. Hive Tyrant now has Crushing Claw and might take this War Truck out with it. I would have kept the Rendon Talons, but there you go. Let the Galaxy Burn takes out the Brood Nest. As you can see, gives the Chaos Lord a grenade icon, and it's all kicking off in the middle. Triple Heretics moving in for Tyger. We have some Khorne worship. Here comes the Hive Tyrant. Heretics retreating. Tank Busters shooting up that Dreadnought. And Bloodletters going after it too. Bloodletters, very nice damage versus all targets. Demon Infantry. And they will finish off the Dreadnought if they can keep in its tracks, but they can't because Tyger used the mass teleport to save it. Has double Chaos Dreadnoughts. Use your choppers used on the Sluggers. Global buff of the Warboss, increasing their damage and I think their melee skill as well. Much like this melee synapse does, increases health and melee skill. I think it increases melee skill by 10, which is pretty crazy. Huge engagement. Bloodletters teleporting after the Zone Throats, and those Zone Throats are down. Cursed not realising, and both Zone Throats rather, go down. Blood them all on the Chaos Lord. Blue team countering red team really well here. 378, 156, triple Dreadnoughts for Tyger. They should be shooting at that War Truck. They take it out pretty quickly with their autocannons. It's really supporting these Orks very well, but they instead are shooting at the Tank Busters, perceiving them as their biggest threat, I suppose. Here come double Bloodletters though. Heretics doom blasting. Bloodletters cannot be suppressed since they're demons and are not bothered by such things. This Dreadnought's going down, I think. Bloodletters lose a squad, but the Dreadnought does go down, leveling the Chaos Lord. And we have user choppers on these Bloodletters. Can he take out both Chaos Dreadnoughts? Really should have taken out that War Truck, those Dreadnoughts, I think. And this is another dead Dreadnought. And we have Gene Stealers on the field for Cursed. Under melee snaps, these guys are pretty crazy. Takes them up to 90 melee skill, I think. I don't think there's anything else in the game that has more than that, or even has as much as that. Tier 3 for blue. Red team staying in tier 2, and Tyger has another Chaos Dreadnought. Warboss thinking of having a go at it, but here come Heretic support and he backs off. Cursed trying to catch him in retreat path, don't think he'll be able to. Warriors leaping in, but give up. Red team trying to cap mid. Gene Stealers, as you can see, infiltrating. They infiltrate when they are idle, making them very, very good at guarding victory points and the like. 378, 46. Brood Nest put up here to support this push, and there is Dark Flames. Quick thinking by Steel gets into the war truck. These Hormagaunts on fire, but we'll be able to reinforce. Tzeentch worship here, double Tzeentch worship. 373, 39. Can blue team push back and close the game out? Huge engagement again, erupting around this power. There's that the Galaxy Burn. Cursed pushing forward with his melee Synapse Tyranids. Double Gene Stealers now. There's Sweeping Tomb sending stuff flying. 360, 39. 2-1 for red. This Hive Tyrant, I don't think is getting out of that. Could try and charge away. No, too late. There is the charge attempt, but goes down. Storm of Iron replacing the Bloodletters he lost. Chaos Lord dealing with the Brood Nest. Cursed asking if Tyger will be able to hold center. I don't think so. We have double tank busters. Dreadnought taking ridiculous amounts of damage. Bloodletters moving in and using choppers on them. Not really needed, but take out the Dreadnought quick time, and Tyger's going to lose his entire army here. Heretics just caught in there, and no point trying to retreat them. Tyger now has Blastmaster and Nice Marines, and that's it. Here comes Cursed. Battle Wagon on the way for steel. 339, 37, 2-1 for blue, and surely they have this game. Cursed with these rather enjoyable melee Tyranids, not quite pulling it off. Bloodletters teleporting in, and there's that Galaxy Burn. Where's the Heretic support? Dark Flames on these Orks. Nicely done, and I don't think that Shooter Boy squad's going to survive. 339, 22. Red team have left this a bit too late. They need to cap or decap this central right now, perhaps send the Warriors in to do it. Kill the weak from the Chaos Lord, heals him up completely there. Again, use your choppers on these Bloodletters. Red team really need to decap mid right now. Khorne worship for these Bloodletters and War Truck support, but it's a double Warboss decapping Red's natural, and there is the game. Nice to see the build orders from Red. Shame they couldn't keep it up though. Blue team doing an excellent job though, countering all of the melee. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.